Hi, this is TapCat, and today I want to talk to you about my 5 favorite mods for XCOM 2. Now, the mods I prefer using don't change the core gameplay or affect the game balance. These are what I would call quality of life mods, but some of them actually will help you play better, and some of them just make the game a little bit more enjoyable to play. So without further ado, let's start the countdown. Most players have probably figured out that they can sell different resources at the black market for extra cash. This comes in really handy at different points in the game. The problem is you also need to use those resources to make things back at your base, and it's hard to know what is safe to sell and what you might need later. So enter the mod Blackmarket Usage. What this does, quite simply, is show you a little icon, and if you put your mouse over it, it'll tell you what this particular item is going to be used for, and that way you have some idea how many you need to keep. It's not something I use constantly, but it definitely comes in handy throughout the course of a campaign. It would be pretty difficult to play XCOM 2 without being able to rotate the map when you're on the battlefield. And of course, the game does allow you to do that. Unfortunately, you're limited to rotating it a full 90 degrees at a time. And there are situations where that just does not give you visibility that you want. So the mod Free Camera Rotation allows you to either click on the arrows to move it 45 degrees, which generally will satisfy your needs, or if you use keyboard shortcuts, it can be completely free floating and you can adjust it to just as fine an angle as you want. Early in XCOM 2, it's pretty easy to tell how much health anything on the battlefield has, whether it's your own soldiers or the enemy. But as you progress, it pretty quickly starts to become more of a chore to count up those little bars that show you their health. Now, this is where the mod Show Health Values comes in. I love this because it puts a numerical value for both the total health and remaining health right underneath the health bar. It's easy to see, but at the same time, it's not like super garish and in your face. So if you're not particularly looking for it, it just kind of disappears into the background, but it's there when you need it. If you've played more than a handful of missions in XCOM 2, then you probably know the tedium of putting each soldier on Overwatch one at a time. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Thankfully, we now have a mod called Overwatch All, and with the click of one single glorious button, you too can know the joys of putting all of your soldiers on Overwatch at the same time. The basic idea of flanking an enemy, it's pretty straightforward. Move your soldier so that there's no cover between him and an alien. You've got a flank. Good job. The problem is that it isn't always obvious whether you're going to get that flank. Sometimes you think you will and you don't. So I highly recommend a mod called Gotcha Flank Preview. Now what this does is it turns the little red reticle that appears next to the alien's health bar. And normally what this does is it shows if you're moving into an area that will allow the alien to see you. But what Gotcha does is turn that reticle yellow anytime you've moved your cursor onto a tile that would give you a flanking position. This is so helpful because you'll finally know for sure whether you're going to get credit for that flanking shot or not. There they are, my 5 favorite mods. I literally will not play XCOM 2 without them. Now that I have gotten used to them, it just feels crippling to try to go back and play without. I hope you'll give them a try. Maybe you'll like them too. And speaking of liking things, if you made it this far, I hope you found this video interesting and or helpful, so please consider giving it a like. It'll help other people find it too. And if you want to see more videos like this in your future, then by all means subscribe to the channel. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.